everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. My name's Emily and I'm a knitter, crocheter and very occasional sewer. Today's episode, it's gonna be a big one. It is my works in progress roundup video for the quarter ending March. Now, I am once again surrounded by a lot of projects that need finishing. How many have I got? 18. I'm down one from the last roundup. Now, a lot of these are going to be very familiar. If you have seen that prior video, I will tag it up here just in case you're curious and you want to see what has happened, what the difference is between then and now. But off the top of my head, there's not a lot of difference really. A lot of my paused WIPs are still paused and they're still in the state they were in. But the joy of this video is twofold. One, it's so that I can show you all and hold myself accountable as to all the projects that I have on the hook or needle at this point in time. It's kind of just a way for you to see all the projects that I have on the go. Bear in mind, these are just my knitting or crochet projects. I haven't included sewing or any other craft in there. That would take me even longer, so we're not going down that road just yet. Let me get a handle on all this first, and then we can perhaps think about branching out. But for now, this pile is enough. I've got one pile here and one pile here. There is no order. I am just going to reel them off to you as they are listed on my tablet. My tablet is where I store everything and where I keep track on what's going on. Without it, I don't know where I would be. So the second reason that it is good that I do this video is that it gives me a chance to pick up every single work in progress that I have on the go. And it will just kind of, sometimes it reinvigorates me like it did with the April Snow Wrap and the the Rad Plaid Cowl. I keep mixing those two up, but sometimes it can reignite the passion to get a project finished. So that is my hope today, because I have a couple of projects that either I need to make some decisions on or I just need to get finished. It's ridiculous. Let's just do it. So before I get stuck in though, how are you all today? I hope that you're all doing well and that you're having a really lovely weekend so far. I can't remember when I said this video was coming out. I think I said Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. I am probably going to be quite busy today. It's supposed to be raining today here in the UK. I don't know yet because today is actually Thursday for me. I'm filming in advance because I've got a very packed weekend of seeing family. So yeah, I picked the worst weekend to film back to back videos, but hey, here we are. And hopefully if everything went to plan, you are seeing this when I told you would be seeing it. So all good. But I am going to stop waffling now because there is a lot to get through. I'm just going to bring my notes closer. I don't know why I put them over there. Right. As I said, there is no order to this video. It is just chaos from start to finish, I'm afraid. Moving my cup of tea as well. I'm going to have a quick sip. Make sure you've got yourself a beverage, maybe a snack. It's probably going to be useful. Bear with me. That is piping hot. So hopefully it's still piping hot by the end of the video. But we shall see. So the first item that I have on the work in progress list right now is, you saw it yesterday, not yesterday, you saw it in my podcast. And that is the gorgeous, oh my gosh, I've got to unravel it again, hang on. Oh, that is the gorgeous diamond, let's turn it the other way around. Let's start off as we mean to go on with the beautiful side. So this is the Diamond Lattice Rug by Lily Knits. It's a beautiful crochet rug and I just need to get it finished, as I said many a times, because now that we own the house, I really want this rug to be finished so that this living room can feel a bit more complete. That's the idea and it's just fantastic. I'm going to try in this video, I'm going to try and start inserting pictures of the patterns, because I think at least with this video anyway, it's going to be useful because it's going to be a long video as it is. And yeah, we'll see how we get on, but hopefully I'll have inserted a picture here of the project. But here it is. Diamond Lattice Rug. I am 100% going to be finishing this project. It's just a matter of as and when my hands feel up to the project and as and when I feel like picking it up and working on it, because as I said in Friday's video, it is quite heavy, so it's not the most maneuverable project. So when you want to sit down after work and you just want to pull out a project and just do a few rows in it, this project is not necessarily the kind of project that I want to be working on because it is quite a task. But now it is out, I might put a cheeky row or two in. But anyway, Diamond Lattice Rug, the yarn I'm using, I was actually very good today and I actually pulled them out for you. So it is by Hobby or Hobie, depends on how you pronounce it, and it is their ribbon 100% cotton. And the colourways, so this lovely colour is colour number 6. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the colourway. The colourways do have names, they are on the website, but if you search for colourway 6 in the ribbon yarn, that's the colour. And then the other one, exactly the same yarn, and it is colour 2. There you go. So that is the yarn. Let me scooch that out the way. Again, as I say, Diamond Lattice Rug by Lily Knits. Definitely going to get finished at some point. I have a very, very strong feeling you're going to be seeing this for a couple more videos. Hopefully, should we try and get it finished this year? Yeah, I'm going to try and get it finished this year. I really need to be honest. Yeah, I think I started it in 2022. December 2022 was when pretty sure that's when I started it. So let's get it done. Yes, I'll leave it out and put a row in or two. But that is project number 1. Project number 2, you've not seen for a little while, and that is purely because I ran out of yarn. So I can't finish this project until I get more yarn, which is really annoying because it is so close to being finished. And that is the only thing holding me up on finishing it. Actually, looking at it, no, that's not the only thing. I could sew in my ends. Are you surprised at this point? Oh dear. Right, here we are. This is the beautiful, sacred, look, ends. There's me saying, oh, it's only the yarn that's holding me up. No, it's not. Let's just tie in these ends. But this is the beautiful Sacred Woods sweater by Gnicole Gnome. Now, as you can see, it is pretty much a full sweater. It is pretty much complete. I've done front, back, I've done the ribbing on the bottom, I've done the sleeves, and I've done the ribbing on both sleeves. There you are, both sleeves. And I've just realised as well, another thing I've not done is I've not seamed the cuffs. Honestly, what am I like? So I might just do that, and then the only thing I have left to do is pick up and finish off the neck piece. That is it. That's all I have to do. But yes, sewing my ends and seaming these cuffs would be a very good idea. So I think I will leave this out with the mind for doing that because I totally forgot that I hadn't done that. What am I like? Great project. I've really enjoyed making this. It's a crochet project again, and it is out of Gnicole Gnome's is it Crochet Modern Sweaters book. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. And this year I really wanted to finish this sweater because I really want to make a garment that's crocheted that fits me, because I'm not the best at crocheting garments. The last time I tried, it was too small. I think I crocheted too tight and it just wasn't going to happen. This is the second time of making it. I did make it once before, not all the way. I made it to, I'd done the body and the ribbing of the bottom, the ribbing at the bottom of the body, and I think I'd started a sleeve or I'd nearly finished the sleeve, and I tried it on and it was just far too big. It is an oversized sweater anyway, so there is ample room, there's positive ease in it, but it was just that bit too big and I didn't like how it looked on me. So I have since tried it on, since redoing it, because I frogged the entire thing and started again, and I have tried it on since redoing it, and I am much, much happier with the fit. It's much nicer. So yeah, really happy. And as soon as that yarn comes back into stock, hopefully it's not going to be too different, the dye lot, because I did buy this yarn years ago, so the dye lot will have 100% changed. But I'm hoping that the dye lot's not changed too drastically. But it doesn't really matter if it has, because it is just the collar. It's not like I've got to add in to the arm or the body or anything like that. It is just the collar. So if it is a little bit different, I'm not too bothered because it is just that ribbing, so that's fine. The yarn I used was, here it is Paint Box Yarns Wool Blend Worsted. It is a mix of 25% wool, 75% acrylic, and the shade number is 21. I have been onto the website and I have clicked the little button that says notify me when back in stock. I've not had an email yet, but keeping my fingers crossed, because as I say, this would be an easy win. As soon as that yarn comes in and I can get some, that's going to be a real easy finished object. But yeah, I'm going to be finishing it, so that's fine. Oh, I've just realised I do have this much yarn left. That's not enough to do the collar, but you know, that's what I've got left. I'm not going to risk it, not at this point. But there we go. That is project number 2, the Sacred Woods sweater by Ginny, Miska, and yes, 100% going to be finishing this. All right, we're 10 minutes in. I'm doing 5 minutes of project at this point, so let's try and get this ball a-rolling. So the next project, oh, this is a beauty, this one, is in, yeah, it is this one. Number 3 is in this lovely bag. Now I've got this project bag. It's a Starry Night inspired bag. No, it isn't the bag that I made. This is by the, where is the label? Here it is. It is by the Woolly Tangle. Lovely project bag. And I got this in my 2024 advent calendar by the yarn artist. The theme was Van Gogh inspired, hence the bag. But anyway, in this bag is a fantastic project, which is a long-term WIP, but I'm hoping to finish it this year. Famous last words, right? But I would like to start 2026. I know, thinking well in advance here, but I would like to start 2026 on a bit of a cleaner slate. So this year, I'm going to try and tackle some of these paused WIPs. You heard it first here, I'm afraid, but we'll see how we get on. As I say, I feel like those are my famous words, actually. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, this is such a stunning project. I love it to pieces and I cannot wait to have it. You've just seen it, and it is my beautiful Sweet Shop blanket. This is the Sweet Shop blanket by Laura Penrose. It's such a fantastic pattern, it really is. And I mean, look at it. It's pretty nice, isn't it? This project, I am using fingering weight held double. You could either do it in fingering weight held double or you could do it in DK. The pattern's quite flexible like that, which is nice. And the other thing that it's flexible on is these panels. So you've got the squares that are split in half. You can do it as a full colour if you want. You could do it as what I've done here, a variegated yarn with a neutral as your other colour. It uses about, I think, is it 20 grams per square? Is that right? Yes. So it's 20 grams per square. So if you halve the square, you could do 10 grams of the variegated yarn, 10 grams of the neutral, which means you could use it, you could easily make an advent blanket. I've not done that. I have used yarn from the wonderful Attic Spin Dye. It was their Beatrix Potter Club, which was a couple of years ago now, possibly 2023. I feel like that. Look at me throwing numbers out. I think it was 2023, but it was a 12 month subscription club, and you got 100 grams of yarn. It was either, so 10 of them were the 100 gram skein, 2 of them were 2 50 gram skeins. So I've got a massive schematic on my tablet where I've been working it out. I'm trying to have an air of random, but not too much air of random, because I don't really want to use up, say, all of Jemima Puddle Duck down here and then have none near the top. So I've kind of been a bit strategic about my randomness with it. But anyway, here it is in all its glory. I am 100% going to be finishing this. And yes, this is the one that everybody gets me on, the ends situation. And you're not wrong, because by the time I finish this, I'm going to have so many ends. I am probably going to be here until next year trying to sew in all the ends. I have started sewing them in, as you can see. Look, ta-da! So, yeah. It'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Not to worry. I will get it done, ends and all. But there it is. It's really lovely. And I love the feel of this as well, because it is fingering weight held double. Oh my goodness, I've been in meetings all day, so my mouth's just stopped working basically. So because it's fingering weight held double, it's got that really squishy texture. It's lush. So really recommend this pattern. if you fancy giving it a go. You can do it in different sizes. I'm doing it in the biggest size because that's just how I roll. But I cannot wait to finish it. And that's a weird phrase, isn't it? I cannot wait to finish it, because I clearly can, because I haven't finished it yet. And I'd probably, if I couldn't wait to finish it, then you would think that I would drop everything else just so that I could finish it. But no, weird phrase that, isn't it? But there we go, the beautiful Sweet Shop Blanket by Laura Penrose, using the wonderful Attic Spin Dyes yarn. This neutral yarn, my apologies, is undyed skeins of yarn. It is the same base, so the fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it is, as I say, just undyed yarn. So I've got fluffy in my mouth now as well. Fantastic. Right. That is project number 3. Oh yes, we're definitely on the 5-minute mark per project, so I'm not getting a wiggle on, am I? The next project, you have recently seen this one. This one is the beautiful, that way. This one is the beautiful April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthven. Love this project. Definitely going to be finishing. In fact, since the last time I did one of these videos, I actually got encouraged to pull it out and work on it. And yeah, that's the beauty of doing these videos, is that I am touching projects that have been paused for a while. Reminds me why they're paused, like with the Sacred Wood sweater. I know, oh, I can sew in some ends, so that's going to make my life a lot easier by the time the yarn is available again. So yeah, it's really, really nice exercise to do. I highly recommend doing it if you can handle being surrounded by loads of projects. If you're like me, that is, and you have a lot of works in progress. If you don't have that many works in progress, then tell me how you do it. I know the simple answer, just finish your projects. But anyway, this is the April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthven. Beautiful project. I am using Zakami yarn, and the colourways are Cinnamon Stone for this beautiful brown, and then this colourway here is called Portable Campfire. It is an assigned pooling project, so wherever the yarn changes colour in this grey, you change the nature of the stitch. And then this one is just striping the 2 yarns together. So all I've got left to do, this is the one side, carry on across. I just need to finish off this stripe section, and then I will be doing the final triangle on this end. So it's quite a big project. Beautiful project. I absolutely love it, and yes, I'm going to be finishing it. It is definitely going to be finished, and I think it's going to be perfect for autumn. Nice long wrap. Beautiful. So that is the April Snow Wrap by Andreas Ruthven. Right, over there. Next one. Where are we? We are here. So this one you saw on Friday as well, and this one is the beautiful Catkins Sweater by Unwind Knitwear, Rachel Ilsley of Unwind Knitwear, and I am using the beautiful Fibre Fox Advent Calendar from 2024, which was the Witching Hour. As you can see, a really subtle, lovely fade, gorgeous. I love this detailing across the yoke. It's fantastic. It looks wonderful on. It fits like a dream. I'm so happy with it. And yes, definitely going to be finishing it. And as you can see, I'm just working on sleeve number 1. It is a purling in the round, as you can see. So it's just taking a bit of time. as it does. It's like the ultimate of Sleeve Island, really. But yeah, really, really loving this project, and definitely going to be finishing it because I do want to wear this, and I think it's going to be fantastic. It will be done in time for when the weather starts getting colder again. Definitely. So there is that one. So Catkins Sweater by Rachel Ilsley of Unwind Knitwear, using the Fibre Fox Advent. I've just gone a little bit quick past those two because they were ones that you saw on Friday, so I didn't want to delve too deeply into them. In fact, this next one you saw on Friday as well. This is the Adriata. Oh my gosh, I thought there was a stain on it then. The fear of knitting with really white yarn is any mark shows up on it. I've already had to cut out sections of it and redo the bits. They've all been down here, but I've had to cut sections out where the yarn has, I don't know, got something on it, and it just is really obvious. So I'm dreading the day that I spill something down this. I'm hoping I can at least wear it a couple of times before I spill something on it. Anyway, this is the Adriata Vest by Joji Locatelli, and I have been steaming away on this one. This is a fairly new cast on this one, but as you can see, I'm putting quite a lot of work into it. I really like it. It's really nice. It's a vest top. I am using, there we go, I am using, oh, come on, Rowan Creative Linen, which is 50% linen and 50% cotton. Yep, that's right. The colourway is there. It is shade 00620. It's really lovely. I'm enjoying working with it a lot, to be honest. It's beautiful. I am looking forward to seeing how it wears as well, or feeling how it wears, I should say, especially during summer, because I've got high hopes for this. Really have. But there we go. It's a beautiful vest that has this gorgeous lacework paneling down the arms, and it continues down the side of the body. I'm not very good at holding this up. There we go. It continues down the side of the body, so it's just lovely having this lacework that just frames your arm. It's lovely. So yes, I have tried it on. As you're all probably aware, I did knit this once and I had to frog it and restart because I knit it in a size too small. My measurements were wrong. Don't know how I managed that, but I did. It happens. So I am knitting a bigger size and I'm much happier with the fit, although I am a bit concerned it's going to be a little bit big, but it'll be fine. So that is the Adriata Vest by Joji Locatelli. Right, what's the next one? The next one is another one that you saw on Friday, and that is the lovely Gnicole. This is a gnome. Let me just put on her beard. There we go. So this is Gnicole, and she is out of the Gnomes of Grimblewood book by Sarah Shearer, and she is my March gnome. So I'm trying to take part in Sarah Shearer's Year of Gnomes. And yeah, my March gnome, it's April, but that's okay. I've decided I'm not going to do an April gnome. I'm going to move it into May. That's fine. And I'll finish Gnicole. But yes, so there she is. That's where I'm at. I've got to do the nose. I've got to do the arms. And what else is there to do? The arms and the nose. I think that's it. Obviously I need to sew the beard on, but I think that's it in terms of what else I need to do. So that's going to be great. I'm quite close. I just haven't done it yet. It will get finished. So that is another. Right, that brings us on to another one you saw on Friday. I did a lot of work in the week prior. So yeah, that's why you're seeing a lot of the same projects at the minute. Don't worry, we'll get into stuff that you've not seen for a while in a moment. But this one is a gift. And it is the beautiful Dotty Cardigan by All About Amy. As I've said before, this is a gift for a friend. Really excited to gift this to her because yeah, she asked me for this a little while ago. We've been back and forth, but nearly there now, and all that is left to do is to sew in these ends and sew on the pockets. So they go on the front. Where are we? Yep, they go on the front down there. Be really nice. So that is all that is left to do, and then I can get that in the post to her because sadly she doesn't live near me, which is a real shame. But hopefully she will love this cardigan, and hopefully it fits her because yeah, I've only made 3 items for people where I've not been able to try it on them. One of them, it was easy because she was wearing my cardigan and we're the same size, so that was easy. The other one was for my cousin, and she gave me specific arm measurements and specific size, but that was okay because it turned out okay. This one, again, I've asked for sizes, she's given me sizes, so in theory, my track record, it should be fine, but there's always that fear of something not fitting someone, and I've just realised I've not shown you the yarn band. But you know what I mean, when you make something for someone, you really hope that 1, they're going to like it, and 2, that it fits, and that fear is very present. Anyway, the yarn I'm using is Stylecraft Special Chunky, and it is in the colourway Parchment. It is 100% acrylic as well, and this is the only yarn that I've used for these Dotty cardigans, and they make really, really cosy cardigans, so I'm going to stick with it. Dotty Cardigan by All About Amy, and yes, that will get finished. So just quickly on those ones, you can see that there's quite a few projects that I am pretty close to finishing. So in theory, next quarter, there should be a whole new round of projects. That's what I'm hoping. That's if I cast stuff on. I might not. I might just try and get stuff finished. Maybe I should. Anyway, we are on to the next one. This one you've not seen for a little bit, so this one's a new one. And this one is the lovely Festive Stocking by Jessie Ostermiller. It is out of the Nightmare Before Christmas knitting book. And as you can see, we've got the lovely Jack Skellington's head there. And just down here, you've got Zero, the ghost dog, too. So this is a Christmas stocking. So if I turn it around, because it doesn't look like a Christmas stocking at the minute, but there's this really bright green line there, and that is where the forethought heel is going to go. So I'm going to remove that, put the stitches on needles and do the heel. At the minute I am just working on that ribbing at the top. So once I've done the ribbing, I can then do the heel, and then that's done. This is a gift, and I am going to be making, this is in Halloween style colourways, and then I'm going to be making a second one in more Christmassy colourway. And as I say, it's a gift, but there we are. That is the Festive Stocking. It will get finished, and I am ridiculously close on this one as well. So I've got some easy wins here, if I can organise myself properly. The yarn I'm using is Stylecraft again, Stylecraft Special Aran, 100% acrylic, and oh, is that one? Yes, I think that's that one. Are these all? Yeah, I think they are actually. So the orange in here, if I hold it up the right way, the orange in here is called Spice. There you are. The green is called Pistachio. And then the black is called Black. There you are. So those are all the yarns that I am using in this. Oh, there we go. So that is that one. What's next? Ah, this one you've not seen for a while either. And it's here. So this is a Toft project, and I'm so sorry, he's still naked. This is Santa Claus, a doll by Toft. I've done the head and the body. I've done the arms, I believe. Where are the arms? Here we go. No, that's a leg. Bear with me one moment. Apparently I have lost an arm. What is this? Oh, it's an arm. There we go. So I've got the two arms with those advanced fingers, or the advanced hands, I should say. Got two legs. There you go. Two little legs. I have done his trousers. So he does have clothes. They're just not on him at the minute. Done his trousers. Nice bright red there. And at the minute, I believe, yep, that is attached. Is there a loop? There's a loop. The minute, I believe I'm working on his jacket. So he's coming along quite nicely. Why did I pause? I think I paused because I started Darwin for the dollar long, Martin of Knit 365's dollar long, but that has paused as well, so it's not ideal. And that is actually the next one. So that is Santa Claus by Toft. I will be finishing him. I do have Mrs. Claus as well to do, so it's going to be fun. But I am doing Vlogmas in July, so who knows, we might try and get some of these more gifty, Christmassy projects done in July. I think that might be a good idea. But yes, so that is Santa Claus by Toft. The next one, as I've just said, is Darwin. So this is Charles Darwin. And again, you saw him on Friday, so I've done the body and the head. I have started an arm. I've pretty much done the arm, actually. I've just got to do the thumb on the hand, on the advanced hand. And that is it in terms of what I've done on Charles Darwin. I'm not very good at doing sew-alongs, crochet-alongs, knit-alongs. I'm not very good at them, really. But yeah, I thought I'd manage this one, but I've just lost steam on it, and I'm not sure why. I think it's because I know I've just got all these other projects that I want to finish, and I don't know, making excuses here. But anyway, that is Charles Darwin by Toft. Right, what's next? Ah, this one you have seen recently as well. When did you see it? This was the March wrap-up video because I have read some books, and this is the lovely Book Snake by Hannah Lee, or Han Lee as her pattern states. And I've been really loving this project. This is a very long-term project because I am basically putting stripes into the snake. Hang on, I've got it here. Here we go. So basically I have a list here of genres for books, and every time I have read a book in that specific genre, I will go to the colour and I will knit in a stripe of the genre. As you can see, I've not been reading very much lately, but I have 4 stripes in him now, so he's starting to look a little bit cuter, which is great. Really love this project. It's a great idea as well. The only thing I have found is that at the minute I'm not really reading too far out of specific genres, so I've just got 2 fiction and 2 fantasy romance there. Not getting out of the bubble too much. I do have a thriller crime novel upstairs that I wouldn't mind reading actually, so I'll probably read that after my next book, because the book I'm reading at the minute is so heavy. It's hard, it's really difficult. Difficult in the way of the subject matter. It's heavy going, so yeah, I think I need a bit of a palate cleanser after this, so I might read a Linwood Barclay book. I do like Linwood Barclay. If you've never read No Time for Goodbye and you like thriller / crime novels, check it out. It's fantastic. Right, okie dokie, that brings me to my next one. That's this one in here. This is another long-term work in progress. This is a Scrappy project. So essentially what I'm doing is I have 2 main Scrappy projects, this one and another one, and I put my larger scraps into this project first and then they move on to the other project. So this first one is, I really like this, it's looking really nice now. So this is my Scrappy Granny Stripe blanket. The pattern is by Attic 24 and I am doing a fingering weight version. Natalie of Knitty Natty, she did a fingering weight version, so I have basically followed her notes to make this version and I've been loving it. I really have. It's beautiful. Love the colours. I mean, obviously I'm going to love the colours because these are all colours that I've used in various other projects, but I really like it. Initially I was thinking about frogging it a couple of episodes ago, to be honest, purely because it was just taking me so long to put the rows in. I didn't feel the desire to pick it up and work on it, and yeah, it was just sat there languishing. But now that I've put a few more rows in, I really like it, so definitely going to be finishing it. I have sewn in a couple of ends, not many, but I have sewn in a couple just to make life easier for myself, you know. But as I say, whenever I have finished a project with fingering weight yarn, it has to be the same base. So it has to be 75% merino, 25% nylon, because at least I know the bases, I know the full base of what this blanket is going to be, so that when I wash it, I haven't got to be too concerned. But yeah, larger scraps go into this blanket and it'll be finished as and when, really. It's just a nice way to use up my leftover yarn. So that is that one. What's next? Next is the one that follows this. So when I've used a yarn in this blanket, I then move it to this blanket. And this one is my, I haven't got one underneath. Oh, interesting. So this is my mitered square blanket. So you might see a couple of colours that are familiar. Some probably not, because they probably didn't have enough to go in the Scrappy Granny Stripe blanket, but this is my mitered square blanket. I am using, I completely forget the name of the pattern. I will pop it in one of the sides quickly, and it will be linked below. All of the patterns that I have mentioned here will be linked below, but I'm using that pattern alongside Anne of Toby Knits. She has a fantastic tutorial on mitered square blankets. I'll also link that below. And also I adapted it slightly again because I really love the feel of the Sweet Shop blanket, and I think it's because it is technically DK weight, so it's a much thicker, squishier blanket. It doesn't feel quite so delicate. So I decided I would hold fingering weight double, and then if I do get any DK weight yarn, I can just knit it in, and that's absolutely fine, which I have done. I think there is a DK weight somewhere here. There, that's a DK weight yarn. So it works the same. And I just basically did it, so I did the squares so that they were big enough, and they were just over 10 grams of yarn. So I know how much I'm going to need to do a square, which is great. But yeah, so that is just going to be as and when. I was doing a lot more work on this when I was reading off my Kindle, but because this is by the side of my bed, and I tend to put some work into it when I'm in bed getting ready to snooze. So I read my book on my Kindle and then I work on this. But because a lot of the books I've been reading lately are physical books, I've not been able to knit at the same time. So this hasn't got a lot of work in recently, but I have plenty of yarn in the queue waiting to be used. So I've got to pick it up again, haven't I? Better find some interesting books to put on my Kindle. Anyway, that is the mitered square blanket. Right, what is next? Where are we? There. Okay, so now we're on to the projects that are probably not going to be as recognised because they are mostly paused. I've not worked on them in a long time. And I do keep thinking about this one actually, and I keep thinking I'd like to pull it out again. It is this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Because I would like to get it finished. It's lovely and the yarn is gorgeous. So what am I playing at? This is the lovely, it goes this way, doesn't it? The Flatiron Shawl by Tony Lipsey. As you can tell, there's not a lot happening here. I have massively paused, and I think it is because I'm using fingering weight, so it's very slow going. very, very slow going. It's a crochet project, and it is a fade crochet project. So I've got all the yarn here. This is the first colour, and oh no, it's not that one, it's this one. So I'm doing quite well actually. I'm quite a fair way down that. The yarn is by the lovely Lockwood Fibres. Love their yarn, it's gorgeous. This colourway is called Wisteria Lilac, and then I got this one. Excuse the state of this cake, it's terrible. Look at that, what's that about? The top of it's nice though, there we go. So this colour is going to fade into this colour. It's a very, very, yeah, you can see that just about, very, very subtle darker colour. And this I believe is Wisteria Purple, so that's the next colour. And then the final colour is this one. This is quite a jump, but I think it's going to look quite nice actually. And this is the final colour, and that is called, I believe it's called Nightshade. It is all Lockwood fibre, so if I do that you can see the fade. As I say, the difference between, oh, is that going to balance? Difference between this one and this one is very, very slight, but then this one and this one you can see it's a much bigger jump, but I think it's going to look really, really nice. So I just need to finish it, work on it. But that is the Flatiron Shawl by Tony Lipsey. And yeah, I just haven't worked on it in a long, long time. So I don't know what will encourage me to work on that, if I'm honest, but I do keep thinking about it, and I do keep thinking that yarn is beautiful. It's the perfect project for that yarn as well, but yeah, just I need to find a way to encourage myself to work on it. That's what needs to happen. The next item is this one, and this is the lovely Tomas Pullover by Joji Locatelli. Yes, I know there is a difference. If I turn this round, you can see there is a difference. There is a distinct line here where the dye lot has changed. I didn't think there was a difference. When I bought the yarn, I didn't realise there were two different dye lots because I bought the yarn as one package. So I just assumed they were all the same dye lot, but you can clearly see a difference here. So I'm going with it. It's fine. You can't really see it in person. No, yeah, you can slightly. I know it's there, so that's why I can see it. But I don't think it's a problem, to be honest, because yeah, it's fine. all I've got to do on this is I need to do these sleeves, and I need to pick up and do the neck piece. There have been many times where I've questioned this and thought, shall I just frog it? I don't know if I love it, but then I put it on and I love it. So I'm going to finish it. It is done in, I believe, is it moss stitch or seed stitch? If I show that. It's a lovely texture. It's knit one, purl one, and then you alternate knit one, purl one. And I can't remember if it's moss stitch or seed stitch. I've got a feeling it's seed stitch for some weird reason, but yeah, it's a beautiful project. I did pick up for a sleeve, but the sleeve was far too small, so I think I need to size up in terms of sleeve. So that's kind of why it paused a little bit, because I had a bit of a second wind with this and I picked it up, and that's why I managed to finish the body, which was great. But yeah, as I say, just got to do those sleeves and the collar. Anyway, the yarn I am using is Paint Box Yarns 100% wool worsted, and it is in the colourway Stormy Grey. Really lovely that. So yeah, just got to finish it. What am I like? Right, what is next? This one is, here it is. This one I'm still in a question mark about, because I love it, but I love it, but that's quite apt. I love it, but I feel like the size of it is going to be a little bit too small now. And also, I've stopped working on it because it is just knit one, purl one. It is ribbed, which I think looks really, really nice, and I do really want that. So I think I said this the last time, I need to try it on to make sure that I'm happy with the neck, because I feel like that neck is going to be a little bit tight for me. It is negative ease built in, so I think it's going to be fine. But it's just that neck. I need to try it on again. I mean, it looks fine there, but I don't know. Try it on and see how I feel. It's quite a big neck, isn't it, really? Yeah, I'll try it on. I think I said that last time. I'll try it on and see how I feel. It is using Paint Box Yarns Cotton 4-ply. So again, another reason why it's not the most fun project to work on, because it is 4-ply yarn, and it's in the colourway Coffee Cream. It's going to be stunning when I finish it. It's actually really soft yarn as well for 100% cotton. It's going to be absolutely stunning when I finished it. It's going to fit like, well, I say it's going to fit like a dream. I don't know, because I haven't tried it on in ages. I will try it on, and then hopefully that will encourage me either to finish it or frog it, one of the two. But it's a really beautiful pattern, and I think it will look fantastic in my wardrobe. Do I like the colour? I think I like the colour. I mean, it's very, I don't know. I think I like it. I'll try it on. How about that? I'll try it on. And I said that last time and I've still not tried it on, but we shall hopefully persevere. Sorry, this is the Camisole No. 5 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. And I mean, I'm sure you've seen their patterns. They are beautiful patterns, but I just fell in love with the style of this one. I thought the shape was just beautiful, and I really liked the fact that it was a really high neck and then it just comes down like that sort of line. Beautiful. So need to finish or frog, one of the two, and then if I am remaking it, I need to get over myself and just cope with the knit 2 purl 2 rib. Because I'm not going to have it if I let that be a problem. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, you'll be glad to know we're on the final item, and this one I have shown you so many times. It's a bit ridiculous, and I've still not done anything about it, because I'm still convinced I have spare yarn for this project somewhere. I don't know where it is. I keep looking for it. I keep not finding it, so then it keeps just sitting in the not being finished pile. But this is the beautiful Deep V sweater by Erica Knight. It's a lovely pattern, and this yarn is unreal. But here it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. As you can see, Deep V sweater. It fits really nice. Still, I'm surprised it still fits really nice. I have the body, here it is, and I have the sleeves, here they are. They're not connected. Oh my god, do you know what? They're not connected because, let me put that in there and give you a demonstration. The sleeves are too small for the hole. So I clearly paused, had no idea what to do. I've had some fantastic suggestions from yourselves. So once again, thank you all so much for those of you who have commented in prior videos with brilliant suggestions on what I can do. And I do apologise sincerely that I haven't done anything still. I have had suggestions of leaving it as a vest top, which is a great suggestion actually. I'm leaning more towards this suggestion, to be honest. But I do kind of want it to have sleeves. I think it would be really nice with sleeves. And I've had the suggestion of just trying to sew them in. I've also had the suggestion of maybe picking up the stitches and knitting out. What I am thinking of doing, and what I've said I think in the last video, because the issue is I have bound off really tight. My knitting tension has completely changed, so I don't know if this is a great idea, but you cast off as you knit and finish the sleeve. So you're casting off as you're finishing that knit. So the plan is to rip back to where the casting off begins, and I'm going to cast off in a bigger size. That's the plan. Don't know how well that's going to go, but that's the plan. I just haven't done it yet. One, because it's daunting, and two, because I have just been distracted by easier projects, I would say. So this is still in the works in progress problem WIP pile, but the yarn is lovely. I believe it was Debbie Bliss Cash Merino, and it's just the silkiest and softest yarn. But this year, I will make a decision on this project. I will figure it out because it's lovely, the yarn is lovely, and what am I playing at? But yes, all that to say, I do need to find the spare yarn that I have of this, because if I can find that, that's going to help massively, because I'm sure I've got one more ball of it somewhere. Because there's no way this will be the same dye lot. This is one of the first sweaters I made. I think the Af Miley sweater was the first sweater I ever made. It was a colourwork yoke. And then I possibly started this one. I can't remember. This was before my YouTube days, so I cannot fully remember. But I love it, and I think it would be a really nice sweater to have and to actually wear. Hoping it still fits me like it did. But there we have it. So those, just double checking, yes, that's all 18. Those are all my works in progress that are on the hook or needle at this point in time. As you will have seen, there are a couple of projects that I can finish quite easily. You could probably argue that the Deep V sweater that I have just shown you is one of those, because as soon as I find that yarn, it's quite an easy finish, technically. But yes, I do have some projects that I could quite easily finish, as I say. Some of them I can't just yet, being the Sacred Wood sweater. I need to wait till the yarn comes in stock and then I can finish that. Some of them are long-term WIPs, like my Sweet Shop blanket and my 2 Scrappy projects. They're not going to get finished. Oh, and my book snake, of course. They're not going to get finished anytime soon, so they will obviously continue to be there. But it's such a fun exercise for me doing this, as I said at the start of the video, because I basically grab every single project, I look at them, and it kind of reminds me as to why I haven't finished them or what I'm waiting to do. And sometimes it helps me pick up that project again and actually start working on it. So a couple of things I am going to do when I finish this video. I'm going to leave this project out. This is my Camisole number 5. I'm going to leave it out to try and remind myself to try it on. It currently lives in the bucket by the side of my bed. It gets put at the bottom with this project on top. This is the Tomas sweater, the Tomas Pullover by Hohi Locatelli, and then on top of that goes my square blanket. So as you can see, I never look at it. Oh, and also in that bucket is the lovely Flatiron Shawl by Tony Lipsy. I think there is a pattern as to why some projects aren't getting finished. So I feel like I need to rotate the projects in terms of where they're being stored, and maybe that will help with getting things finished and so on and so forth. But yeah, I've got some easy wins to be getting on with, really. It's quite eye-opening whenever I do this But anyway, let me know what you've been working on. Do you have a good number of WIPs that you're hoping to get finished? Do you have some that are quite close and you're just not quite there in terms of whether you've got some yarn waiting or whether or not you just haven't got the heart? Deep V sweater, I just haven't the heart. What? I thought I'd spilled something down myself then. It's lavender. I always put lavender in my bags. I don't know if you do the same, but I do. But yeah, let me know what you've been working on. Let me know how you encourage yourself to finish your languishing WIPs. If you have them, if you don't, how do you avoid having languishing WIPs? I'm very curious. I am a shiny object person. I get very excited by something new and shiny, so I jump to that, and that is kind of why some of my projects creep into the paused pile. But yes, super curious to hear what you've been working on, and let me know which project or projects you think I should finish sooner than later. I have a strong feeling a lot of you are going to say the Deep V sweater, which is fair point. But let me know what you'd like to see finished, and I'll try and get my fingers out and get them finished. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.